Looking for cool toys like the ones seen in this review? You can shop thousands of action figures, statues, busts, replicas, costumes, graphic novels, and much more at Big Bad Toy Store. Just click the link in the description below this video. Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles capsule figures from Takara. That's right, it's a series of capsule figures that would come out of a vending machine, but they're micro action figures of the TMNT. Awesome, I can't wait to check these out. So, first things first, they come in these cool little capsules, and you'll notice they're color coded. Red, purple, blue, orange. I think you guys know what that means, right? The corresponding turtle with that color is inside each one of the capsules. Now it's worth noting that these would normally obviously be in a vending machine or a capsule machine, Gashapon machines, so it's random. You wouldn't know which one you're getting until you got it in your hand. It's the same way with a lot of the online stores that are selling these, like BigBadToyStore.com. I actually ordered several of them just to make sure I got all 4 turtles, and even though they show up color-coded, it's a random order. You just have to order an assortment of them and they send you whichever one. So you might have to order more than 4 to ensure that you get all 4 turtles. But that's what the outside looks like. What's on the inside? We definitely want to open these up and get a closer look at the figures within. Now they do all have tape on them. I actually took the tape off this one to get it ready for you, just to show you what's on the inside of the capsule here. You'll notice that you've got a little pamphlet on the inside that shows you the 4 little turtle figures on there. Also, everything's in Japanese, since these are an import, of course. And then we've got a little baggie containing our micro little Ninja Turtles figures and their accessories. So, I'm going to go ahead and pop all these open. We're going to get a closer look at the figures. Alright, so there we go, our Turtles figures outside of their capsules. We got Mikey, we got Leo, we got Raph, and we got Donnie. These guys are incredibly cool. Let's get a closer look at them. The figures stand right at the 2-inch scale mark, and each of them come with their own accessories. You got their signature weapons that come packed right along with them. So you can see I got Mikey here, and he's got his little nunchucks, and you can see they're just solid colors. So like the nunchucks are just a brown plastic, and they're actually not very flexible. They're molded kind of in a stiff, solid sculpt there, but he does come with 2 pair of chucks, so you can stick them in either one of his hands there. And the actual figures themselves are really kind of incredible for the size that they are. I mean, 2 inches tall, and they got a really great sculpt and paint job there. I mean, just look at that guy, especially the face. Look how the likeness is like very close to the cartoon series in the face there. You got that big smiley Mikey face, orange bandana, he's got the bright green skin. You see the turtle shell on the back there. And they do feature a little bit of articulation. The heads don't move, so the heads are static. But the arms can move up and down there. No other articulation. The legs can kind of swivel, and they got knee joints, so you can actually bend the knees a little bit. So decent amount of articulation for these tiny little 2-inch figures. You can see they hold onto their weapons nice. You can get two chucks in each hand there. You can even get him holding just one if you want to. Get Mikey there. Get him sat down. Here's a look at Donatello. Again, awesome likeness on that face. I mean, just look at that face. Very cool. I love it. Of course, he comes with his bow staff there. Again, it's a pretty rigid sculpt. It's not too flexible. You can get it in either one of his hands. It's worth noting that since he can't swivel the wrist or anything, you can't get him holding like 2-handed bow staff poses. So he can really kind of hold the staff upwards, downwards like that. But still, like I said, for 2-inch figures, it's pretty incredible. Look at that. There's Raphael. Again, great likeness on the face. He comes with a size. They're done in like a nice shiny silver color, which is really cool. Same articulation, you know, you can move the arms up and down, you can kind of rotate the legs at the thighs, you can bend the knees, which is really nice, so you can actually get some pretty nice little stances out of these little dudes. They're not overly articulated, but that's a great amount of articulation for the 2-inch figures. Leo, awesome figure again, great likeness. I love that face sculpt there. He's got the bandana that's kind of blowing upwards, and you can see he's got his 2 katana blades there, very cool. You will notice he's got the little sheaths on his back, but they're not open. So you can't actually put the swords in there, but it's cool that at least they're on there. One thing to note, my Leo does kind of have a jacked up leg. The articulation doesn't function on the knee on this guy. You can see it's kind of bent. Another thing, the legs are just on little ball joints on the thighs, so you can pop those off there if you need to like readjust adjust them, but the knee's a little bent on my Leo, so he has some problems kind of articulating it. I can still get him to stand. He just looks like he's in a running pose all the time, but these are actually really, really cool. For 2-inch figures, the paint jobs are really nice. The sculpts are really cool. They're very cartoon accurate for tiny little guys, and they're just really, really fun. I know there's a lot of fans out there of minifigures and micro figures, and I think these would be right up your alley. These are just really cool. So how about we have a little bit of fun? It's comparison time. Here's a look at these guys standing alongside their Nick Turtles versions from the Playmates toy line. So you can see the big difference between the 5-inch and the 2-inch scale figures. You know, another thing that's really fun about these tiny little dudes is the fact that when you pair them up with some of the characters that are supposed to be much larger than them in the Playmates line, like, you know, Leatherhead, it's kind of cool. They're actually closer to scale. I mean, maybe Leatherhead's a little bit too big here, but look at Spider Bites. That's like the perfect scale. You can now have a Spider Bites that's as big as he's supposed to be compared to these tiny little turtles. So that's just a fun little alternate method of play with these guys, or maybe if you want to display them that way. I think it's pretty neat, match them up that way. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the awesome Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles capsule figures from Takara. These are really fun items, and if you love doing like a blind bag thing, that's kind of cool because that's the way you have to order them. You don't know what you're getting. If you want to pick some of these up for yourself, they're fairly inexpensive, so it's easy to buy multiples. That way you can make sure you get all 4, and they're available at online stores right now, such as BigBadToyStore.com. So happy hunting, my friends, and until next time.
Oh.